No, that's fine.
Right. Okay. Take 125. Here we go. So let's come at the top of the head, tapping the top of the head, the back of the head, the side of the head, tapping the forehead, the eyebrows, sides of the eyes, under the nose, under the lip, tapping the chest, coming down just underneath the breast, the ribs, the belly, sides, underneath the armpits, up and down. One loose fist over the shoulder, other loose fist over the shoulder. And then I just allow your arms to be loose and then wrap the arms around the body. Then begin to maybe lift up onto the ball of the foot or the tip of the toe as the arms swing around. Then slowly unraveling. Bring your feet perhaps a little closer, but wider than hip distance apart. Bend the knees. Now you could just go a little way. You can bend down further and drop your hands to the floor. If the hands don't reach the floor, it doesn't matter. Just imagine they are, you can be up higher. So hands down toward the floor, palms facing you. As you draw the hands up the body, inhaling. Reach the arms up overhead. And then bend the elbows slightly as you bend the knees, palms facing away, coming down. So we're drawing up the energy from the earth, drawing that up the body, past the face, up to the sky. And then exhale as you lower back down, palms facing away. So as you come up, the palms are facing you, inhaling. And then reaching away, exhaling, coming back down. Inhale as you rise up. And then exhale away. Inhaling. Exhaling. And once more inhaling. And exhaling. And inhale as you rise back up. And then loose fist, tapping on, kind of up as far as you can reach. And then coming down, up and down. More lumbar area of the back where the arch is. This helps to get the body energized. And then tapping with flat hands. And then coming down the outside of the legs, coming all the way down to the knees, down to the ankles, across the feet, and then up the inside. Outside, all the way down, outside of the knees, across to the feet, and then back up. And once more. Good, and release. Give a little shake out to the arms. Somebody else join in. So let's shake out one arm. Shake out the other. Shake out two together. Lift the shoulders up and down, maybe, if that feels okay. And maybe just bend the knees. If it doesn't feel good for you, shake out one leg like that and then the other. Adjust as needed. Just giving a little shake out to the body, helping to energize the body, helping to get rid of any stress or any tension. So you can stay relatively still. You could have a little bit of a sway if you like. You can move up and down your mat if you like, or just stay here. You might find that once you kind of start shaking, you don't want to stop. Shaking. And always go in at what feels right for you. Maybe a bit more engagement in the arms, moving them back and forth, up and down. Good, then releasing when you're ready. Close the eyes or gaze to a fixed point. Take a breath in. And a long, slow breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And breath in. And away. Then bring your elbows out to the side, palms facing one another. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe in, bring the hands up by the chest. And then turn your palms facing up as it comes past the face, and arms resting, palms facing up. This is called Buddha, holding up the earth. And then allowing the hands to face down, bend the knees slightly as the hands come back down the body. So inhale as the hands come up the body, palms facing up as they twist around by the face, palms facing up, gaze up if that feels okay on the neck. And then releasing the hand back down. Inhaling as you rise up, palms facing away, and exhale as you release back down. Inhale as you rise up, palms facing away, and exhale, releasing down. And once more, inhaling, palms facing up, and then exhale, releasing back down. Heaven to earth, one hand brushing against the other, the top hand palm facing up, bottom hand palm facing down. Now you can stay relatively upright like this, or if you want a little extra stretch in here, you can reach in the direction of the bottom arm. So whichever arm you've got the bottom, leading that side, and then switching, inhaling, exhaling, reaching away, palms facing up to the ceiling or down to the floor, the top one up, bottom one down, and then switch. Inhale as you switch. And exhale as you reach. You can decide whether you prefer to take the gaze up or whether you prefer to take the gaze down. Inhale as you switch. And then exhale as you reach. Inhale, switch. Exhale, reach. Inhale, switch. And then exhale, reach. Inhale back to center, and then allow the hands to float down, one hand on top of the other, just below the belly. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. And a breath out. Then releasing the hands, and then taking one hand to the same knee. One hand to the same knee. And then crossing over, one hand to the opposite knee. Now we can add on a little with this if you want, but you could just do the arms or just do the eye movements I'm going to instruct now. Taking the gaze up to 12 o'clock and then down to 6 o'clock without moving the head. Up to 12 and down to 6. Now back to center, gaze to the left, gaze to the right, gaze to the left, and gaze to the right. Back to center, gaze up, circling all the way around, gliding through a clock, down to 3, down to 6, to 9, to 12, and then the other way. 9, 6, 3, 12, and release. Lift the shoulders and roll them back and down. Lift the shoulders and roll them back and down. Have your feet wider than hip distance apart, and maybe the toes slightly pointed out. Bend the knees and turn your palms away from each other so the backs of the hands are touching. I'll turn this way, it'll be easier. And then from there, bend the knees, draw the hands at the body, almost like a wave as well through the back. So you're rounding through the back slightly and then rising up, and then turning your palms to face out. Exhale as you release back down. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, releasing. So if you prefer, you can keep the back straight. Otherwise, you're rounding through the back slightly, like a wave-like motion, inhaling and then exhaling. It's a bit like cat and cow that we do on all fours, inhaling, exhaling, just to increase that mobility in the spine. Deep breathing, helping to relax the muscles, calm the mind. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe close the eyes and really feel into that movement. And once more. Then straighten the legs for a moment. Pause, take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Turn the palms facing one another. Then allow the palms to face down and then out as you press the hands out. Back the hands toward one another, just like we did. Rise the hands up the body. And then exhale, releasing. So hands come toward one another. And then reaching away, exhaling. Inhaling back the hands toward one another. And this time, reach the arms forward. Up overhead. And all the way around. So arms up, pressing back. Back to the hands in that wave-like motion up the spine. Diamond shape, extend the arms forward. Reach the arms up overhead and circling all the way around the body. Inhaling, exhaling, pressing back, bend the knees. Inhale, rising back up, diamond shape, press the hands forward. Circle up over the top of the head, all the way around. Back to the hands toward one another, and then extend the hands behind you, hinging forward from the hips. Draw the stomach in as you rise back up, extend your arms out in front, up overhead, and circling all the way around. Inhale. And exhale, extend the arms back. Inhale, back to the hands toward one another. Rise the hands up by the throat area. Exhale as you extend the arms out, diamond shape. Reach the arms up overhead. And circling all the way around. Once more, inhaling. Exhaling. Now back up. Extend the arms out in front. Up overhead. And circling all the way around. Just imagine that energy, protection, a bit like a space suit of protection coming around the body. Then turn your palms to face me. And imagine again that we're scooping that energy up from the earth. Make a little circle here, like a little globe or ball. Circle that all the way around. And then the hands come back toward one another. Put my teeth in today. Okay, let's do that again. Bend the knees, hands drop down toward the floor. Scoop that energy up. Do the little circle with the ball. Good. Once more. Bending down, scooping that energy up. Circling around with that ball. And now this time, just allow that energy to allow your hands to come up, and that energy now to just come all the way down the body, past the hat, past the face, past the neck, past the chest, down toward the legs. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, rise the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, float the arms back down. Inhale, rise the arms up to shoulder height. Exhale, float back down. And once more, inhale, rise up. And exhale, float back down. Good. Take your left arm out to the side, elbow bent. And then cross the arm across the body. Oh no, I've done that the wrong way around. Arm just in front of the belly button. Then take the arm out to the side. Keep your palm facing up. So if you've got a coin on your hand, it doesn't drop down. Then circle over the top of your head. Circle over the top of the head. And then reach the hand out. Keep that palm facing up. Reach the arm out. And then circle around by the waist. Arm out to the side. Circle over the top of the head like a little halo, I like to say. Keep that palm facing up. So if your shoulder's stiff, you might feel you need to lean over, which is absolutely fine. Do another little circle around the back of the body. Fingertips touch the waist as you reach the arm out. Once more that side. Arm out to the side. Circling over the top of the head. Out to the side. And coming around. The arm, right arm. I've just come closer to the camera so you can see me a little better, hopefully. Arm out to the side. Keep that palm facing up, circle over the top of the head. Keep the palm facing up, arm coming out, circling around by the waist. I'm reaching the arm out in front. Arm to the side, circle over the top of the head. Out to the side, around by the waist. To the side, circle over the top of the head, reaching out and in front, both together, arms out. Reach them to the side. Lift the arms slightly, circle over the top of the head, palms facing up. Circle the arms behind you and then coming around by the waist. Excellent. Arms out. Circle around the top of the head. Out to the side and all the way around, and once more, arms to the side. Circle over the top of the head. Out to the side and all the way around, and then gently releasing the hand down as I just need a quick refresh with water. Two options for this one. Option one leg crossed over the other. And then arms out in front, backs of the hands toward one another. Cross over at the wrist, interlace your hands, and then bringing the hands up by the chest. So this is your easier option one, and we can just stay here, focusing on deep breathing in and out. Harder option, the arms stay the same, but the arms and legs both change. But it's quite tricky in terms of balance, so you might want to stay with that one. But if you're able, you can take the right foot above the left knee, and then sinking your bum down as though you're sitting on an invisible chair. See if you can take your right hand, which is the same, well, it's left for you, same as the leg that you've bent, take that same hand to the bottom of the foot. So let's say this is your left leg, your left hand's coming to the bottom of the foot, leaving your right hand around the ankle. And then from here, inhale, just lift up slightly, maybe arching through the back slightly. And then exhaling, maybe that's too much for me today, rounding through. Or we could just stay there and breathe. Or we could be on a chair. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. And breath out. And releasing, shaking out the legs. And if you're in the first option, cross the leg over, back to the hands toward one another. Cross over at the wrist, interlace your hands, and bringing the hands up by the body. Otherwise, this time you're taking your right foot above the left knee. You could be sitting on a chair or standing. Then right hand at the bottom of the foot, leaving the left hand crossing over the ankle. So this is called the Wayne Cook. It was designed by a gentleman called Wayne Cook. And he had a stutter, and this helped reduce his stutter. So it's a very good exercise for helping you stay focused, helping the mind to be clearer. So let's see how I get on now with my words after I've done this. And then releasing and shaking out. And then from there, bring your thumbs and forefingers together, like a little tent. And then allow your thumbs, they just rest in between the eyebrows. There we go. And then from here, take a breath in and a breath out. This is part of the Wayne Cook exercise. This is what you do at the end. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And then allow the thumbs to draw across your eyebrows. Give a little massage. And then bring your fingertips to the center of the forehead. Press down firmly now with all your fingers at the center of the forehead as you bring your hands out to the temples. And when you're at the temples, circling at the temples. Go from the center of the forehead, press down firmly and draw your fingertips slowly out to the temples. And circle at the temples. Really good for reducing stress headaches. And then again, pressing down, coming out to the temples. And circling at the temples. And then just at the top of the head, you can gently pull out on the hair and then coming across the back of the head, all the way down the back of the head, then round the neck, and then allow your hands to rest at your heart center. Take a deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Deep breath in and a long, slow breath out, and in and out. Interlace your hands, your fingers, palms toward one another. They might be loose, it doesn't really matter. And then allow your legs to become wide. Now we're just drawing figure of 8 patterns. So we've got the hands come down, up and around one side, and then down, up and around the other. From one side to the other. Good, so you can make these a little bit more organic if you want. You can have them up by the face, you can have them down. You can have your legs wider, you can bend one knee as you come one side, do a couple of figure 8s that side. And bend the other knee as you do a couple of figure 8s the other. You can involve the shoulders more. You can involve them less. Completely up to you. Once you feel confident in your movement, if balance allows, you can close the eyes as you move through the exercise. And then slowly coming back to center and bringing the feet in, lifting the shoulders, rolling them back and down, and lifting and rolling back and down. Then making your way onto the back of the body. I'm going to attempt to bring you closer. That means I've got to move both things. Let's just go like that. There we go. Okay, lying on the back of the body with your knees bent. They don't have to be bent really, they could be out straight if you prefer. Let's just check that mic's okay. I think that's okay like that. And then we're going to reach one arm up over the head toward the floor behind you and then swishing through the arm. So scissoring through the arms, one arm up, one arm down and changing. Then releasing both hands to the mat. Press down into your into the mat, press down into your feet and lift your bum slightly off the floor. And then allow your hips to move from one side to the other, from one side to the other. Like a pendulum, really. They lower down slightly, lift the other side, lower down from side to side. And then come back to center. So your bum's still off the floor, but it could be down if you need to. And then just imagine you pressing the knee away. So one knee just extends a little bit further than the other. It's a small movement and then coming back. And then the left knee presses away and coming back. So it's quite a controlled movement. The right and then the left. The right and then the left. And then releasing down, drawing your knees in toward the chest and circling the knees in one direction, circling the knees in the other direction, and releasing one foot, then the other to the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor and take the right foot above the left knee, allowing the right knee to open out. A really good exercise here for reducing sciatica. And then from there, lift the left foot off the floor. You can take your left hand to the outside of the left leg, then allow your your right hand to guide your knee away. You can keep the left foot as it is, or reach the left foot up to the sky. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. Bend the knee, release the foot to the floor, the left foot. Keep the right foot as it is. Extend your arms out into a T position. And then bend the elbows. So your arms are in what's called cactus. They're bent at 90 degrees. Draw your stomach in, then allow your legs to drop to the left. So your knee is up, your right knee is up, and the left knee is down to the floor. If that didn't work for you, just release both legs. So now one's on top of the other. Otherwise, we stay like that with the knee up, or you can allow that knee to drop down, and you might want to take your left hand on top of the right knee, and then gaze to the right. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in, breath out, and breath in and away. Come back to center. Release the foot to the floor, both feet to the floor, hands to the mat. Press down to your feet, squeeze the buttocks, guide the hips up. And then lowering back down. Changing sides. Left foot above the right knee. Allow that knee to open out and the left foot flex. So the left toe drawn back toward the knee. Lift the right foot off the floor if that feels okay. Right hand to the outside of the right leg. Leaving your left hand to guide your left knee away. Make sure the knees feel okay. If not, you drop down. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And breath in. And away. Release the foot to the floor. Arms out into a T position. Bend the elbows up. And then allow the body to roll onto the right side. Gaze to the left. Or if you want to, bring your right hand on top of the left leg and drawing the leg across the body. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And breath in and away. Rolling now. We did that. Yeah, we're going to stay on this side. And then take your left arm across the body. So now we're fully rolling onto the right side of the body. And then coming around onto the side and up onto all fours. So we're on all fours. Our hands are underneath the shoulders, palms facing down. Or you can have fists. Your fists are on the floor if your wrists ache at all. It can be on your forearms if needed. Extend the right leg out behind and tuck the toes and just gently press the heel away to create length in the back of the leg. Then lift that leg up off the floor, cross it over the back leg and allow the foot to drop down. Stay as you are, or now walking your hands to the left. So this creates a little length through the right side of the body. And you can make it harder by extending the right arm out straight to the left, straight, or lifting the arm up. So it's kind of like stretching through the side of the body, a little C curve in the spine there, banana shape. And then releasing down, come back to center, release the knee in. Left leg now out, tuck the toes, extend the heel away. And then taking the left foot and crossing over the back of the right leg. If you can, if you can't, just keep it as is. From there, walking your hands to the right, so the same direction as that back foot's crossed over. Stay there, or reach that left arm now out straight, or out and off the floor. Requiring balance here. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Release the hand back down, coming back around onto all fours and drawing the knee in. I'll give you two options here, either more restful, bum toward the heels, drop the forehead down into child's pose, or tuck the toes, bum up to the sky, lengthen through the backs of the legs and pedaling through the feet, whichever you prefer. Take a deep breath in wherever you are.
And a long, slow breath out. And deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out. And once more, breath in. And out. Coming on to all fours from whichever position you were in. Taking the weight into the left hand and the right arm reaching up toward the sky, lifting, lengthen. And then allow that right hand to wrap around the back of the body toward the left side. Lift the elbow and twist to the right. Now, if the hand doesn't reach around the back of the body, you might want to take it onto your sacrum, the lower back. You might be more accessible for you. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Reach the arm back up to the sky. And then bend the left elbow as you thread your right arm through. Now, if that's too difficult, you could just thread the right hand through to the left shoulder. And just hold there and then rise back up. But if you can, hand, let me come this way. Hand extends out to the side, onto the floor, as you allow the side of the head to drop down to the floor. Left hand stays as it is, or reach your left hand to the top of the mat to create more length in the body. Take a deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. And deep breath in and away. If you move that left hand, bringing it back by the face and coming up onto all fours. From here, round through the back, drop the chin in toward the chest, and then just bringing the hands a little closer to your knees, coming up on more of the fingertips, rounding and then releasing. Rounding through the back and then releasing. Now, after that release, if you want, you can come the other way. So you're more going to arch back, duck's bum, as I call it, lift the chin. Rounding through the back and then arching, rounding and arching, and then walking the hands back out. So you're now back into that all fours position. So your hands are underneath the shoulders, your knees are underneath the hips. This time, left arm reaching up, lift and lengthen, and then taking that left hand around the back of the body, either to the lower back or round by the other waist, depending on your flexibility. Draw the elbow back, breathe, and then reach the arm back up to the sky. We've got that option one of reaching to the right shoulder and then back up, or the harder option, extend the hand along the mat, threading through your right arm, bend the right elbow as you lengthen that arm out and down along the mat. Keep your right hand as it is, or reach your right arm to the top of the mat to create more length. Take a deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Deep breath in. A long, slow breath out. And deep breath in and away. Bring the hand back by the head. Come up onto all fours, rounding through the back and arching. So your hands are more underneath the shoulders now, rather than we did a moment ago, the hands were near rounding and arching. You can stay there or bring the hands back if it feels good, nearer the knees, onto more of the tips of the fingers, rounding and arching. Rounding and arching, and once more rounding and arching. Back to a neutral spine. Wall your hands towards your feet, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the floor as your hands walk back toward your shins or thighs or the floor, dependent on your flexibility. Take a breath here. A long, slow breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Bend your knees. Inhale as you rise all the way back up. Oh, no, I can't be seen. Imagine I'm standing. Lift the shoulders. Roll them back and down. And lift. And roll. One arm reaching up to the sky. Bend the elbow.
Draw the elbow in, stay there, or reaching to the side. You can keep the hand on the elbow if you wish, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, rising back up. Other hand up, bend the elbow, draw the elbow in, either hand to the leg or keep it on the elbow. Reach to the side. A breath in, breath out, and breath in, and breath out, and releasing, shaking out through the arms. Okay, I think we're going to have a break. Yeah, time flies. We'll have a little break here. So 15-minute break. We'll start again promptly at 2:25. I'm more at a puff. Oh, you're over here. We'll start again at 2:25 with a couple of relaxation holds and then a guided relaxation as well. So I will see you then. Hang on, no, cancel. Oh, I don't know if I'm recording everyone. I have to press it again if you're listening. Okay, so we're just with the option for cream or without cream, we're just going to massage around the wrist. Now, I quite like doing it without because then you can kind of have that bit of pulling of the skin, which is very good for fascia. And fascia is kind of like a cling film that, I explain it like cling, it's like layers upon layers that can go up on top of each other and they can get stuck a bit. So as you're kind of moving the skin, it does that. And we're just going to pour down and then across each finger. Coming down off each finger, doesn't matter in which order. You can do it lying if you want, to be sitting. And then just coming down these little points here in between. So in between the bones, I've got bone there. So just in between. So you can kind of do little circles down, or I quite like to hold my hand kind of this way, press down with my thumb, and then coming down that to the web of the hand there, and then give a little squeeze. And then the same again, coming down, pressing down to the center, the web of the hands, little press. Oh, you can quite see my bones actually, it's quite good, hands. And then coming down and a little squeeze there, and then in between the thumb and a little squeeze. And then we do the same on this hand. Rubbing the wrist, you can come further up your arm if you didn't have tight sleeves on, as I do. And then coming down and then circling around and off the thumb, circling around and off the middle, well, not middle finger, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and then little finger. And then again, you can kind of come round into little circles, or as I do, hold it this way. And then just in between the bones, pressing down. You can press down each side as well if you want more of a pressure on the back too. And coming down and squeeze it that web of the hand. Do mine this way just for ease of camera use. Surprised if you put your hand here, how much more difficult it is for your hands to move across than if you had it the other way. And then squeezing that web of the hand. And then we're just going to pull off each finger again. And then the other side. Oh, fingers are clicking. It's very good at releasing any toxins out of the body and just shaking your hands out. I used to do Thai massage and always flicked off the hands like that. And then you could do the same if you want with your hands again, or you can do the same with your foot. So then you can just get your ankle. What's the breeches? Get your ankle. And you can kind of give it a little Chinese burn kind of type at the ankle. You can come further at the leg if you want. And then, so then we've got the foot again. So we can press down, coming down in between the toes, a little squeeze. So it's those bones in between those bones, down, a little squeeze at that web, down, little squeeze at the web, and then down,
little squeeze at the web, and then we're just going to pull off each toe as well. This helps to get rid of any stagnant energy. Good. And then onto the other foot. Little Chinese burn around the ankle. That may be up the leg. So one hand's going one way, the other hand's going the other way. And coming down to the foot, coming down in between the bones. By the toe, squeeze. Down. Between, little squeeze. Down. Little squeeze. Oh, noticing as well. Oh, if that's painful, that's quite sore for me. Now I'll look that up later where it is on the Chinese meridian. I think it's the large intestine, that fourth toe. Maybe. And down. And a little squeeze, then pulling off the toes. Good. That's our little foot and hand massage. And now we're going to make our way into a comfortable lying or seated position. But before you do that, just have a look at me. So if you want to, you can make some hand positions which help with relaxation. So you can have your left hand on the forehead and then the right hand to the back of the head, like the occipital ridge, which is just here. You can have one hand there and one hand at the back, one hand at the front. Or you can have one hand on your forehead and then one hand just below your belly button. And you might want to just like prop your arm up, or if you've just got this one hand up, you can kind of turn to the side so then your elbow will be resting on the floor or the sofa. So you can decide if you want to do that. I recommend you stay there at least 3 minutes just to really feel the benefits. I find it extremely useful if I'm tired but not tired enough to go to sleep. My brain's a bit active. I can do that. It just helps me to sort of settle in a bit more and feel a little bit more relaxed. Okay, so yeah, finding yourselves your comfortable position. Choosing if you're going to do the arms or not. And breathing away anxious thoughts. Deep relaxation. Making any adjustments to the body to feel as comfortable as you can be, either in a seated or lying position. Begin to draw the awareness to the breath and watching the flow of the breath in and out of the body. Watching the breath coming and going. Begin to allow the breath to deepen. Exhale through your nose as you draw navel toward the spine. Then allow the breath to come in as the belly expands wide like a big balloon. Exhale fully, navel draws toward the spine. And inhale as you allow the belly to expand wide. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling.
And with each breath out, allow a gentle wave of relaxation to sweep over you. On the next breath in, imagining a bright, positive future. And as you let go, releasing any negativity, allowing your breath to flow naturally now. Feeling calm and peaceful. Giving yourself permission to rest. You deserve this wonderful feeling of serenity. You draw the awareness to the top of the head and imagining all the muscles at the top of the head deeply relaxing. That relaxation spreads down the sides, the back and the front of the head, down the neck, the shoulders, the upper arms, elbows, lower arms, down to the wrists, hands, fingers and thumbs. Take a gentle breath in and away. In and away. That relaxation spreads down the torso, down to the upper legs, knees and lower legs, and down to the feet and the toes. Take a gentle breath in and away. And you're now open to receive new thoughts. You open up with each natural breath in and out, taking in new and fresh energy and bringing to mind feelings of abundance, as if you have so much that your cup pours over for others to enjoy the abundance you have created. Imagine you are energized and have a zeal for life. Even if this is not true of this present moment, imagine it vividly. Imagining it with as much detail as you can. Seeing yourself full of energy and optimism. Imagining it as if you were watching a movie. Seeing the colors brightly. And watch yourself full of this energy, full of positivity, taking steps towards your goal. Awareness to the breath. Allowing your intentions to remain positive. Even if you don't feel positive in this moment, imagine what being joyful is like. Breathing in this joy you are creating. Bringing in feelings of peace and balance. Breathe deeply and allow each exhale to completely, deeply relax you. Any unhelpful thoughts become smaller and smaller. Watching any negative thoughts diminish little by little. As if you are riding away in a car and these negative thoughts are sitting along the roadside, shrinking. They shrink into the distance as you ride away with ease. And as you see them go, you are freed from their grip. If any other unhelpful thoughts arise, drop them off on the roadside. And by any creative means that arise for you, ride away, watching them grow smaller and smaller. Until they are consumed by the horizon. Allow yourself to simply be. Mentally say to yourself, I am worthy. I am whole. I am willing to let go of who I have thought I should be. And I am willing to enter the adventure of who I really am. I love and nurture my amazing body. I do enough. I have enough. I am enough. I let all the love in. I accept and embrace all my imperfections. I am gentle and kind with myself. I am doing my best. I choose to see the best in myself. I think positively. I am strong. I am capable. I accept myself and others just as we are. I handle life challenges with ease. My life is full of positivity. I nurture myself my body and mind. I am free of guilt. I allow myself to receive love. Allowing these new thoughts to find a new home within your inner being. Breathing them in commending yourself for making steps towards a better life. Accepting these wonderful changes. Sinking them deeply into your subconscious. And taking as much time as you'd like now to be in gratitude. Appreciating the little things. When you're ready, drawing the awareness back to the body. Begin to move the fingers, the toes, and gently opening the eyes.